Welcome to Festpod, the unofficial rock festival guide. I'm Neil Wilkinson with the latest news about your favourite rock festivals, our music guide for the month, and some special things that we've found in Festpod Favourites. So let's welcome my fellow hosts, of which this time again we have three. Hey, so let's go first of all to the beautiful corner of North Wales to find Mr. Richard Holmes.
Woo! Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm living the dream, thank you, sir. Living the dream.
Are you living the dream? You've combed your hair again, specially.
Special occasion again, so we'll have to be washed and brushed.
Gorgeous.
Yes. All right. So now let's travel down south, just off a special road, and the name the name of that road is the A50. It's a long road, and there you will find, just by the dual carriageway.
Come on, you can do it.
Eamon Shorty E.
Hello. Yes, it's a special road for special people, Neil.
Yes, and that's where you live.
Yes, because I'm a special person.
Yes.
Special.
Yes, you've got some good news as well for us, haven't you?
I've got lots of good news, but I've got AC/DC tickets.
Yes.
Very excited.
I can top
I've
that.
also got a lot of debt now, but
I can top that.
good.
I got Shania Twain tickets yesterday.
yes, get in. Let's go, Prime.
Let's go.
Blimey.
Kick the fucking hinges off it. Boom. I'm ready.
So now, obviously, you know who the third host is. It's Aaron Prime up in the generic Northwest.
In the miscellaneous,
There he is.
baby. Here I am.
We've got a different view somehow than we had last
Yeah,
time.
new aesthetic. I thought more shapes and more vibes, you know.
And we did get to meet your little
You
tiny
did
doggy.
get to meet Chi-Chi. I can open the door. She's like a Godzilla creature at the moment, trying to breach the sanctity of this room because
Yes.
she's got me like wrapped around her finger. And she's like, "Why the fuck are you spending time with the Festpod boys? And you should be spending time with me throwing this damn ball." We've actually got special balls for her because like these little tennis balls are this big because her mouth is only like a fucking thimble. So
Right.
if she tried to pick up a normal tennis ball, I think she'd blow her neck out. But yeah, she's
Oh my goodness! Yes,
She is
she's
a
a
princess.
tiny little gorgeous creature.
she is.
Little but there are a lot of chihuahuas. They're quite sort of bitey, aren't they? And angry.
Oh no! Well, yeah, there's probably some are, but this one is particularly a fucking queen. She is literally like the most placid animal. She doesn't give a fuck about anything apart from me, which I like. I like it because I'm a
that's how you want it.
narcissist and I need the attention from her. Do you know what I mean? And I need her to fill me and shit and shower me in love, unconditional love every day. So she's a queen.
Exactly.
Yeah, she lives a
that's why
very
you get
good
a dog.
life. Like sometimes I think you live here rent free, you little fucker. Like you live the best life ever. You do nothing but live a good time. Yeah.
Oh right. Well, maybe Chi-Chi will make another appearance later on in the podcast. But
Maybe
for
she
now,
will. If she chews through this door, she fucking will. She will burrow her way in.
but follow us on the socials or on YouTube by looking for Festpod. We've also got a Discord server if you fancy chatting with other Festpod listeners. So just click on the links at festpod.co.uk. And there are two versions of the show, audio and video. So the video, obviously, is on YouTube, and the audio is on your podcast app. So just search for Festpod to find us. We're also now on Patreon, so if you'd like to support the show with a small contribution and get access to our VIP club with outtakes and supporter merch, then you can just search on Patreon for Festpod. We've also got some snazzy merch available to buy on Etsy. Just go to festpod.co.uk and all the links are there.
So add some life to that. Some sprinkling.
You're my real life sound effects pad.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am your biggest fan, though, aren't I? So just
Yeah,
count.
exactly.
It's genuine. It's genuine love, that.
Yes. So let's get on with the festival news.
Woo!
So now we have had the next wave of lineup from Download Festival. So let's take a quick look. Now, the main the main name that stands out to me is Busted.
They said I've been into the year 3000.
Now,
yeah, that's a good tune.
Are we fans of Busted?
Yes.
Yeah, we can't say we're not, can we? Do you know what I mean? We've all been there. We've all dipped our toe in the busted pool. We've all been busted for being busted. Do you know what I mean? I actually went and saw the McBusted tour. I went and watched them, and that was pretty wild. Yeah,
the only thing that can make this better is if McFly were on the bill as well. That'd be amazing.
That was a wet room. That was a wet room
God,
right
can
there.
you imagine the comments?
Oh, slippery when wet.
Can you imagine what people would say?
Amazing.
Now,
what have we been?
I mean, the thing is, well, I mean, it's the UK's biggest rock festival, and in my head, I've never been I'm not going to slag them off or anything, right? I've never been a fan of Busted. I haven't heard anything that's grabbed me. That's not to say that, if I went through the back catalogue, I wouldn't find anything. But it is I'm really surprised to see them on the Download Festival lineup. I mean, Shorty E, were you expecting to see them, or are you absolutely knocked off your feet?
The only reason I'm surprised is because I'm glad they've finally done it. I'm surprised they actually did it. We've had Chase and Status, we've had Lethal Bizzle, we've had Mode Step, like Busted are basically fucking neck deep, let's be honest. They just happen to be in the pop world. Like, it's fantastic. That tent is going to be fucking rammed, and I'm going to be there. I want a fucking Wall of Death to Air Hostess when they kickstart that set. Like, I want it all. It's going to be fucking great. I'm all for it. All for it.
And what about you, Rich? Are you going to be up the front?
Up the front?
Oh, I mean...
It's a fucking sentence I never thought I'd hear.
Well...
Are you going to be up the front with Busted?
You best be up the front at some of our shows as well. I don't want you fucking giving it all to them, boys.
Goddamn right.
Okay.
To steal a Aaron Prime phrase, when Busted were announced, it really tickled my balls. So, I do you know what? That's a great day on Third. It's a really good day on Third. And do you know what?
Talk me through it. What are you looking forward to?
Well, Dream State, Escape to Fate, Vukovi, Wheatus, into Busted. What an afternoon.
It's a good day. It's a very good day.
I mean, what other names have we got there that are new to this lineup?
We've got Mr. Bungle, who I'm very excited for. Very, very excited for.
Of Rainbow fame.
Yeah, of Rainbow fame. Bring along Zippy and George as well. Big for me is Ed Shikari finally taking a main stage slot. Finally. Yeah. They've never touched the main stage, so I'm very fucking excited for that.
Oh, they're on the main stage?
Main stage, first time ever, apart from the pilot. Ignore the pilot. But
well, I can't ignore the pilot. You know I love the pilot.
Well, what you do in your spare time is up to you, Neil. But speaking of a good run of days, that run on a Saturday main stage, you've got Wargasm, The Hunter, Frank Carter Rattlesnakes surprisingly low down, which will be a little bit of a snooze of their new album. Then Baby Metal, Shikari, Offspring, and Fallout Boy. What a day that is! Like, what? I never thought I'd see a day like that at Download. That is brilliant.
What do you reckon, Aaron? Are you going to have a busy time to Download this year?
I think so. Yeah, I think it sounds fun. Like, everything sounds fun, and that's what it's supposed to be, isn't it? It's supposed to be just like, you know what I mean, hanging with your mates, getting drunk, listening to tunes that you know, having a dance, having a bounce. You know what I mean? Going up the front, and just having a great time. So yeah, that's exactly what they have spelled out for people. And if you can't have a good time to those bands, then I can't fucking help you. Do you know what I mean? These are some good bands. So it'll be a good laugh. Yeah, I think Anti-Shikari on the main stage is going to be really wild. That's going to be good fun. They put on a good show wherever they go, but that in particular will be a special moment for them if they've certainly worked for it. Like they've earned that slot. So that'll be cool. I enjoy those. Enjoy those bands. I think that'll be a really good day. I think Busted is the curveball. Like for me, that's how my mum wishes we sounded. I think, you know what I mean. Like just heavy enough, like but not heavy at all. Like that's like the mum level of rock that is acceptable without hurting anyone's ears. So
mum rock,
that's a good time. Mum rock. I used to know someone who was fucking obsessed with them. Like she was old enough to be their mum, and she was like scarily obsessed with the Busted Boys. Yeah, so it is what it is. They get the gals. Busted get the gals. And the boys up the front, anywhere. Anywhere.
Surely that'll be up the back.
Anywhere, anyway. They get you any way they want. The fucking Busted boys will get you. Busted gotta get you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, looking through Electric Callboy, I don't know which ones of these are new, to be honest, but I'm just looking through, and there's plenty to be entertained by. There's so much. I mean, there's the inevitable complaints about the lineup, but to be honest, I'm perfectly happy. Am I weird?
No. And Dream State are on the Busted stage as well. Like, that's glorious. It's glorious because you'll have Jess like, and then you'll have Busted like, we've been to the year 3. It's a fucking trip, that, isn't it? That's a trip for everyone involved. The mums will be like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's good times.
But do you think they're aiming at a particular audience with this lineup? Do you think they've got some, like a fictional person in the mind saying, right, well, what does this person want? Or do you think they're just going for a broad range of acts?
I like it. It's eclectic, isn't it? I think it's a very eclectic lineup this year. That they haven't sank deep into one particular genre. They have spread across the board there quite evenly. So there's a bit for something for everyone there. Like if you're just all blasted out from all the heavy shit, you go into the Busted tent, you have a good time, don't you? And yeah, you have a day off or whatever. It's a good mixture there. Jesus, and there's something for everyone. You've got your pop punks, your heavy shit. You've got your classics, your legacy acts. Old school rock. Some Limp Bizkit, fucking amazing. I saw them in 2013 and they were, awesome. So that's really cool. They got a main stage slot as well. That's really fun. It's gonna be a good time.
One thing I used to love about the early downloads, and we've lost it a bit in the last few years, was the variety of acts. Like, we went through a phase of just pure dad rock, we went through a phase of pure just appeasing the metal fans, but like this festival, you can literally go from watching Dying Fetus to watching Busted to watching Electric Callboy to watching Biohazard to watching Limp Bizkit. Like, it's fucking great. I love that. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Rich?
Yeah, I echo all previous comments. It's eclectic. There's something for everyone there. It's what a rock festival should be. It is spanning the genres. There is, you've still got your heavy shit on, mainly on fourth, but across the rest of the 3 stages, there's a lot of shit I wouldn't watch on there, but there's a lot of good shit on there. I'm feeling a lot more positive about this lineup, and I'm happy. Whether it's dad rock or heavy shit, there's something there for me. So I think it's a good lineup, and I think it's individually, some of these bands might not be huge, money grabbing things for ticket sales, but as a collective, as a festival, which is what this is about, this is a solid lineup.
So another lineup that has come to fruition is the Damnation festival lineup, which is the one that's held in Manchester at the Bowlers Exhibition. Do you know what? I want to call it that, but it's called the BEC Arena, and I'm not really sure what that means.
Yeah, Manchester have a thing about changing the names of all the venues every year. We do an annual thing. We all go, what was the name of that place? Fuck it. Let's change the name. I don't know what it is. We have fucking, population-wide amnesia where we just fucking forget the name of it. And we just go, right, oh shit, yeah, we need to rename this venue for no reason. Okay, fine. Like, muscle memory. There's no one has any muscle memory anymore. No one actually knows where they are in Manchester because everything keeps fucking changing. The streets are changing, everything's morphing. It's like fucking Inception. The buildings are warping on each other, and it's like, where the fuck was that fucking venue?
It's true.
It changes all the time. It's a growing, ever-changing beast, but it's gorgeous. Yeah, we love Manchester. Yeah.
Now, Eamon Short. Now, you are a lover of Damnation, aren't you?
I'm very much a lover of Damnation, and they've done, I mean, if you know the festival, they've done what is a really quite a curveball booking for the festival, for their headliner this year. And that is booking Cradle of Filth, which is, they're arguably the more popular black metal band, and in the black metal cultist world, get a lot of stick, but they've booked them to play, I think they're putting it as an old school set, So it's going to be deep cuts. It's going to be the old shit that got a lot of people into black metal. And Cradle of Filth can put on a show, and they're going to fucking rip it apart. Like, they're going to absolutely rip it apart, and I think it's going to be incredible.
Nice.
It's going to be filthy.
It's going to be filthy.
Yeah, old school set. Old school set. And they've also announced that it's Bleeding Through's only European show for the entire year as well, so that's a fucking huge booking.
How many people go to this?
I don't know what the capacity is of bowlers. They've not sold bowlers out yet, as it goes as a thing. They used to sell out Leeds every year, but bowlers they haven't sold out yet. But it's looking promising this year. They're already, I think, 50% sold, if not more. It's looking like a very promising year for Damnation. The sales have been absolutely stupid, and you can secure a ticket for 18 quid.
Yeah.
So it's...
If this is your kind of festival, then it's value for money, I think, is the key phrase.
Yeah.
88 quid, is that for how many days is that?
So it's a one-day fest with 3 stages now.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Okay, so you get to see shit. You get a full day of seeing all those mega acts for 88 quid. That's fucking awesome. Like, you know, Shania Twain ticket for one fucking thing was 90 quid. That is a lot of money to drop on one thing or one person. I'm not calling Shania Twain a thing, but 88 quid. It's quite good. You're getting free. You're getting a lot of bands. You're getting your fill. It's a feast. It's a cradly, filthy feast of goodness. Filthy feast. A smorgasbord of fucking raw, dirty bastard metal. That's great. Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is.
I should advertise for Damnation.
You fucking should.
They should run that as an ad. Someone put a tenner on that. Fucking hell. Watch them tickets sell out. Boom. Gone.
They've got some nice merch, actually, as well. I'm just looking through, and there's some... I quite like this... I mean, I'd look fucking ridiculous in it, but they've got a sort of pink vest, which it has a sort of Disney-esque logo on it with Damnation written in the Disney text.
Neil, do you remember our Bloodstock Festival specials? I was wearing that shirt.
Were you?
I was. On the pink day.
Goodness. Was that when you were very drunk, or was it the day that you got stung by a wasp? Or...
So the first statement, just I can't narrow that down to what day that was. It could have been the wasp day, though.
Okay. Oh, actually, I think it might have been. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, it could have been the wasp day. Their merch is really well fucking made as well. Like Gav, the festival director, he doesn't sell anything he wouldn't wear. Like there's a lot of good sewn in.
That tank, is awesome. I would definitely wear that. That is really cool.
Yeah, they've probably not gotten one in my size, to be honest. But I'll take a hoodie. I'll take a hoodie or a patch.
Do you guys have patch jackets? Do you have battle jackets? Do you know what I mean? Are they still knocking around? I mean, you're a massive Metallica fan, surely. I guarantee you've got one.
I 100% have. I've got an AC/DC back patch on it. I was trying to see if it's in this room, but it's not, sadly. It's full of dad rock shit.
I love that. Love that. People are asking us to make patches. I'm like, the patch people would beat the shit out of you for having a Crushed by Waves patch. I'm sure they would. Like, it would be like having a fucking shit lunchbox at school. You'd get fucked up. You'd get fucking nailed to cross for wearing a Crushed by Waves patch. Like, are we patch worthy? I don't know. We're not cool enough. I don't know. I mean, you guys have got patches. Richie, would you wear a Crushed by Waves patch?
I'd wear a Crushed by Waves patch in a heartbeat.
I mean, you could knock them out. You couldn't be bullied. Like,
I'll knock one out for you, mate.
Yeah, you just fucking please up the front, just knock one out if you can. Wearing a fucking Crushed by Waves patch. We need to get these, mate. See, it looks great on you, Neil. It does work. It does work, definitely.
Yeah. I can carry that off, I think.
Yeah, we need to make the writing unreadable, though. We need to make that a lot more squiggly.
Just scribble on a bit of paper fabric and you'll be all right.
Scribbly, much more scribbly. But that looks like it could work. It could work.
Yeah, think about it.
Yeah. Sorry, tangent.
Anyway, there's this huge story about Ozzy Osbourne and Kanye, where Kanye West has had some naughty fingers and has been sampling without permission. Ooh. And the Osbournes are fucking livid.
You can't do that, man. It's not fucking right. It's just not fucking right.
It's
That's my
fair to
music,
say,
man. I need to put some graphics on this.
the Osbournes are not fans of Kanye, to say the least. Basically, they've said, no, you can't. So there's this story in Metal Hammer. Ozzy Osbourne refuses request from Kanye West to use Black Sabbath Iron Man sample. I want no association with this man.
But he is very clear about his feelings there. No fucking punches pulled there by Ozzy. Fuck yeah.
The whole family are getting in on this by the look of it. Sharon is, Sharon comes forward with what she thinks quite readily.
Yeah. I'll take it from here, Ozzy. All right, okay.
Do you know what's made me laugh at the whole fucking thing? I think a bit further down, you've got the actual Facebook post where it all first came to light of Ozzy, from Ozzy Osbourne's page. Now, Ozzy obviously hasn't wrote this, but whoever in his marketing team has definitely done it as if it's Ozzy, because it's all in fucking capitals and one sentence.
Shouting.
It reads like Ozzy.
Stop? Is there a full stop there somewhere? Yes, there is. There's one.
Yeah.
Let's read this out. So Ozzy Osbourne's Facebook post says Kanye West, tagged in, asked permission to sample a section of a 1983 live performance of Iron Man from the US festival without vocals and was refused permission because he is an anti-Semite and has caused untold heartache to many. He went ahead and used the sample anyway at his album listening party last night. I want no association with this man. And that's a direct quote from Ozzy Osbourne's Facebook page.
Wow.
And that has been shared 44,000 times. It's been liked 96,000 times, 13,000 comments. I don't know where Kanye thinks he gets off fucking with Ozzy Osbourne or the Osbournes in full stop.
You're messing with the Prince of Darkness, man. Fuck.
You wouldn't, would you?
Trouble. Yeah.
There's going to be a fucking headless bat in Kanye's bed.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it goes to the kind of the ego trip that Kanye's been on for years. The way he treats the people in his life and the way he goes about his business, and the fact that he's anti-Semite as well, more than anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because you've made a bit of money and you sold a few records and you've had a bit of influence doesn't mean you can just do what the fuck you want.
Yeah, exactly. This isn't the first record he's done this with this year, right? So, he's also done the same with Donna Summer's I Feel Love for his latest album. But obviously, Donna Summer, no longer with us, but her estate have claimed the sample and it's no longer available to play on these streaming sites. So that's a great big fuck you to Kanye West. But, he's got this coming. How does he... It's just ego, isn't it? I mean, how do you not see this coming? You can't just take other people's work and do whatever the fuck you want with it.
does his management not rein him in a bit as well?
I think he's very unhinged as a man. And sometimes I like my characters a little bit fucking Walt Disney kind of man. Like, he is gone, isn't he? That guy is so unhinged. He is in his own fucking world. It's like Kanye's universe. Like, he is like a comical character that you can't, like, it's like cartoonish, do you know what I mean? It's just so over the top and exaggerated, like craziness. And to be fair, the man made some fucking banging tunes. Like, some of his shit is just fucking awesome. Like, and I can work out to it, and get hyped to it and have a good time to it. But that guy he's gone. Like, wherever Kanye is, he's in a basement. I think AI has taken over his likeness and is making all of this weird shit happen. It's so weird. Have you heard the what is considered to be possibly an AI Kanye rap, where he does like a rap feature in some other rapper's tune? So it's another guy's tune, but then there's like a Kanye feature, and people are still trying. It's so controversial. People are trying to figure out whether or not AI has written this rap, but it's actually it's written in the old style of Kanye. It's like not what current Kanye would rap about, but it's like. It's very interesting. If you can find it and play it on the thing, it'd be fucking awesome. But it's so fucking weird. You can't tell if it's AI or if it's Kanye. And I've also seen these people who've got like an AI plugin for a microphone. So like you're speaking to these mics now, and you can put it to like a Kanye setting, and everything you say is literally in Kanye's voice. It's fucking
Google.
weird. It's a goofy world we live in now because of the AI stuff. Like you can't tell what's fucking real and what's not anymore. But that's bizarre. Check it out if you can. Check out the Kanye AI rap.
It's a scary world that we're coming into now, where with AI voices, and particularly with the elections coming up, just do your own thinking.
Well, if it comes to it, he'd be like, I'll just fucking AI create me an Ozzy-like fucking sample, and then it would do some weird magic, AI magic, fucking Sarah Connors as wanders about, and then there'd be a feature on his track that isn't actually Ozzy, it's an AI Ozzy that you can't make a copyright claim on, that you can't protect. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
So
Yeah.
we're going to start seeing some weird shit, man. Honestly, this is going to be a real problem, I think, for artists and, for people trying to, maintain integrity over and sort of ownership of the music, because it's going to go into a weird world where AI can just sort of like fucking make changes that we can't even conceive of, and things that, you just make minor tweaks here, minor tweaks there. Next minute, it's not the original audio, it's not the original tune, but it is similar. And then you fucking, you've got a problem there, haven't you? Where does it end, and where does it go? Like in the next 20 years, everyone's gonna be writing music through AI. You boys will all be writing your own albums with AI. You know what I mean? The Neil Wilkinson experience. Just fucking. I'd buy it. Fucking, let's go.
Let's have I think is this what? Let's press.
You might notice that I sound like Kanye West. No, Yeezy didn't record a voiceover for me for this video. I didn't learn how to do impressions. This is AI.
So let me come back to my original voice for a second, because this is crazy. Today on Metaverse, I posted AI Kanye covering popular songs. Here's an example of him singing Day and Night.
Whoa, I toss and turn, I keep stressing my mind.
That's clearly crazy. And I started thinking, what are the implications of this for the music industry? Now all you have to do is record reference vocals and replace it with a trained model of any musician you like, which is exactly what I did. I found this Kanye style beat on YouTube. I wrote 8 bars and I'm going to record them now. And then I'm going to have AI Kanye replace me. I got a fantasy that's beautiful, that's dark and twisted, but I attacked the whole religion all because of my ignorance. What was I thinking? That was some bitch shit. I lost Adidas, but I'm still Yeezy. Back in the kitchen, man, I'm a genius. Boys in the hood, just like I'm easy. Kanye, Weezy, Southside of Chicago, life ain't easy. All praise be to Lord Jesus.
Wait for this.
Please rest easy. All right, let me cut it there. So let's hear those vocals I just recorded now with Kanye over there.
I got a fantasy that's beautiful, that's dark and twisted, but I attacked the whole religion all because of my ignorance. What was I thinking? That was some bitch shit. I lost Adidas, but I'm still Yeezy. Back in the kitchen, man, I'm a genius. Boys in the hood, just like I'm easy. Kanye, Weezy, Southside.
Come on, guys. It's a weird time we live in now, right?
Lord Jesus, Donda, please rest easy. All right, let me cut it there.
Wow.
Yo, that new Yeezy track.
It's fucking wild. That's scary, isn't it? That's
like
terrifying.
the end of music.
Quite a good track.
You train an AI with the vocalist that you like. So if you like fucking, if you want, a Taylor Swift like vocal, if you want, someone could train an AI with my voice on all the recordings we've ever done, and just literally train the AI to sound like me, and then make whatever fucking song you want with my vocal. Like, it's weird. It's a weird time, boys. I'm scared.
This is one of the scary sides of AI for me. It could, if it's used wrongly, it's the end of the creative arts as we know it, and that would be devastating, because people get so much joy not just from making, but and enjoying. But it's the whole process from somebody like yourself, Aaron, who's in the industry. It's that's your job. That's what you do. That's what you live for.
Yeah, man. I mean, where does it stop? Where does it end? Originality, our creativity. Like the whole point, like you just said there, is like that we create stuff that's original and it's got meaning. It's like a little piece of our soul put onto a track. You know what I mean? It's real. You can't fake that. And then it turns out you can. You can train a robot to fucking to fucking clone your soul and make some shallow ghost of a shell type of fucking weird thing, and then put it out, and you could not tell the difference. It is becoming that good. Like, if we'd have heard that rap and he hadn't said shit, he hadn't said nothing about it, we'd think, oh, Kanye just released a new little tune. And it sounds exactly like him. None of us could tell him apart. Like, that's how good this thing is now. So I am a little bit terrified of where this is going. I'm not going to lie. This is the thing that I talk about most now with the boys. The boys like, fuck me, Aaron's got his tinfoil hat on again. But listen, Sarah Connors was right. This is the end. It starts with AI Kanye. It ends in fucking disaster. There's Terminators in the street. It's fucking scary times. But music-wise, it's going to be so... I don't know. Where do you get a grip of it? Because once the genie's out of the bottle, and then Eamon could say, write me an instrumental in the style of Metallica, and then it creates this instrumental with all the fucking tracks laid, everything sorted for you, and then Shorty goes, right, I'm going to sing over this like a melody. Okay, turn this into the fucking vocal of the best Metallica takes of the 90s, 1980s or whatever. Give me the best when they were at their prime. Give me that rawness, and then put that over a track. And then you've got yourself an album, a Metallica album that you didn't write, that you didn't create, that you didn't. You know what I mean? You can just make the computer do it. It's fucking
and
weird.
I could see Eamon doing that actually as well. I could see that's a stream,
isn't
isn't
it? Your own little fantasy album.
It'll be better than current Metallica, probably.
This is the thing. It's fucking scary. It's like it's almost its own little weird. Oh, even Siri's listening. Oh shit, Siri's onto us now. Fuck you. Oh boys, it's coming for us. Tell you, batten down the hatches, because you won't know if the next piece of music here is going to be authentic, genuine, or is it going to be AI and whatnot. So it's weird. Yeah. Well, Kanye is the first victim to fall.
The genie's out of the bottle now, so
it certainly is.
So who knows what's to come? But I mean,
she's making her own album on fucking AI. Come on, Chi. You're gonna take my voice.
Moving on. Okay, so the amazing rise of Sleep Token goes on and on. Last time I reviewed their Wembley Arena gig. And Eamon, you asked me whether the next step for them was an arena tour. And I don't know whether you knew something I didn't, but that's exactly what has been announced. So it got announced and then fucking immediately sold out.
Fucking stupid. 2 dates at the O2 Arena. What the fuck is that about?
Yeah, they are just, they're so, I mean, they're soaring, aren't they?
So hot right now.
I mean, let me get the list of dates up because it was. Listen, I've managed to get 1 or 2 tickets for this tour. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I was going to try, and did actually. Do you know how difficult it was to get any tickets whatsoever? And they're not good seats.
Very hard. Same. We got 4 in the end because Andy from the band's coming and stuff. So. Yeah, but it was fucking wild. Like we missed out on the first pre-sale. It was a second pre-sale. We were so lucky. We thought, fuck, we aren't going to get in here. We're literally not going to get tickets. So I was worried for a bit there. They're selling like hotcakes. These boys are fire in a minute.
Like I thought it would sell well, but like to sell out as instantly as it did with the queues on Ticketmaster, with fucking surge pricing happening on fucking scumbastard Ticketmaster.
Yeah,
like. I didn't realise they were that kind of level, but evidently.
Yeah, it's cool.
Well, they've also not just sold out. I mean, it's just incredible how quickly those tickets went and how difficult it is to get them. But they've also now re-signed to a different major label. They're now on RCA, which I guess they came to the end of a previous contract and just moved on to a bigger thing. But I reckon because people are a bit scared. People don't want Sleep Token to change. They don't want anything weird, which is understandable because they're very unique and they're sort of they've got their own thing going on, and we don't want it to be different. We don't want the influence of someone who doesn't know Sleep Token to change them at all. But I reckon they must have a lot of creative control. In their new deal.
They must do. It's a ridiculous level. Like when they announced just Sleep Token playing 4 arenas, was it initially? Now it's up to like 6 or 7. I was like, right, it'll sell well. Then they'll announce a decent support band as well, and it might sell out. But the fact they can now just book whatever fucking support act they want, book no support band, it doesn't matter. Like it's I did not expect it at all. It's insane. And they're on what? Is it a 3rd album?
Yeah, they're up to 3 now, yeah.
seeing them in a tiny tent a couple of years ago, and their rise has just been phenomenal. They're now arguably on the same level. Well, they've sold more tickets than Ghost did on their last arena run.
Wow.
Already. Because Ghost didn't sell out those arenas at all. And where does this put them? Does it put them in that download headliner slot? It's got
to. I mean, on the same label, according to this story on Louder Sound, as Britney Spears and an act called ASAP Rocky, who I'm not familiar with.
ASAP Rocky.
Sorry,
made it.
I assume that's a pop act or a rap act or something. I've got no idea.
Hit me Vessel one more time. That's what I want to see.
Up the front.
Let's get AI to make that album, please. Please.
So, oh my God, yeah. It says here that it was reported that tickets to the Wembley gig sold out within 10 minutes of them being available. This year, Sleep Token are going to play shows in Australia and North America, and they're going to do 2 dates at the O2 Arena, and I'm going to be there both dates, just to say. Do you know what? It was a matter of, I'm going to be floor standing in Manchester, which is great because, I mean, arguably it's a great place to be, but you know, sometimes as a 41-year-old man, you want to sit down. So I've got seated actually because I didn't have any choice, at the O2 on both those dates. I'm going to be on the side for the first gig and at the back for the next gig. But either way, to be honest, no matter where I'm seated, as long as it's not behind a fucking like a bollard or something,
Hodor in front of you. Yeah.
I'll have a great time, I'm sure. But it's do you know what? I've only paid £50 more or less for each ticket. So
you did very well to get standing. That is impressive because we ended up in the heavens because of just demand. It just was. Sales were crazy, but yeah, we really wanted standing, but just didn't happen. Didn't happen this time.
Yeah, there's one of our listeners on our Discord who was saying that he's got amazing seats or standing. I can't remember what he said now, to be honest, but he's got amazing seats. I remember looking at it thinking, how the hell have you managed to get that? But hey, that's booking gigs for you. You know, whenever you want to get something that's really popular. It's. I mean, how easy was it to get AC/DC tickets, Eamon?
Well, if you're not an idiot and you don't use Ticketmaster, quite easy. Like, it was hard. Like, they sold out instantly. But C tickets is the fucking hero we all need. Like, I got through on C tickets by 10:05, I was done and dusted. Two front standing tickets.
Really?
Easiest thing I've done in my life. But I had Ticketmaster open, and I was in a queue of like 20,000 over there. And by the time you get through on there, it's fucking surge pricing galore.
Oh my God.
Like, it's tickets are double the price.
Do you know what? I even I registered, or I tried to register on Twickets, which is another one of your recommendations. But the fucking site went down, didn't it? Because it was that popular. Everyone was trying to get on it. And it was a server 503 gateway problem or something, which Rich might know a little bit more about because you're into your computers, aren't you?
Allegedly.
So yeah, I couldn't get on.
I'm the AI king.
Yeah, oh yes, exactly. So yeah, congratulations is all I can say to them. I mean, up and up.
Yeah, fair play.
Now, if you like the idea of volunteering at festivals. Because I like the idea of it. I wouldn't do it anymore. But, you know, if I was perhaps half my age, I might think about it. But volunteering with hotbox events is now open. So you have a number of different events that you can volunteer to work at, including Download. You've also got Latitude, Camp Bestival. They've got 2 camp festivals. I never knew that. There's one in Dorset and one in Shropshire.
There is.
You can go to Reading Festival. You can go to Leeds Festival. But if I was going to recommend one to you, it would obviously be Download to volunteer at.
Question. Hotbox events. So is payment in the form of being hotboxed?
That's got a weird sound to it, hasn't it?
Please tell me that's you've got to be hotboxed, right? That's part of the payment, right?
You've got to be hotboxed.
Yeah.
Is that explain that to me?
Okay, so for example, if there was like 4 or 5 of you sitting in the car, which you shouldn't be doing if you're having a cheeky little smoke of something you shouldn't be smoking, with all the windows rolled up, then you'd create what is known as a hotbox, because you've then got the secondary passive smoke as well as whatever you might be smoking.
Oh, is that what that means?
Yeah, it wasn't anything rude.
I didn't know what you meant.
Drug culture.
Oh, I see. I don't touch it. I just have a strong coffee. Yeah, well,
Same, Neil. Strong coffee.
I don't know.
And lots of water.
But
I'm not saying I do that, by the way. I'm just aware of it.
we're aware of it. You're a man of the world. So
we know these things go on.
I like having my balls tickled.
We're aware. These kids today.
I know exactly. So yeah, it's they've usually got quite a lot of spaces. So despite that, I would still, if you're interested, I would do your research and get involved and put your name down now. But there is a deposit to do it. You don't just get in there, and you don't just get a free wristband and that's it. You have to pay them a deposit to show them you're committed, which you get back at the end of the festival, having worked it. Just anybody who's...
It'd be really cool if you're like a student or something. Like, if you're a student with a load of spare time, particularly in the summer, and you've done all your work, presumably, or you've just not, you've gone freshers and got pissed, and then you're thinking of something to do, which is pretty much what I did. But if you're thinking of something to do in the summer, this would be fucking awesome. You're running out of money, and you got your beer tokens, and you can go to a festival and do a bit of work, and then get to see all these bands. That'd be sick. I wish I'd known about this when I was younger. When I was a student, I was too busy getting pissed, I suppose. But this would have definitely been a great thing to do.
Yeah, if you're vaguely
100%.
vaguely sensible. You'll be assisting download festival goers with directions, which is dead easy because you get a map. Helping download festival goers carry their belongings and pitch their tents, which is, if you're in fine fettle, then good for you. Answering questions about performances and lineups. So I guess you'll get a little booklet, won't you? I mean, I would expect that you get all the answers to these questions in a little booklet, because when people come up to you, you're not going to know everything. As is, if you've ever met a steward at a festival, very often they know fuck all. Usually.
Do you get to keep tabard as well? That'd be my other question for them, just because I quite fancy that.
You like the idea of the high vis?
I'd like to keep the high vis, yeah. I'd like to keep that for emergencies only.
Yeah.
Like if there's a breakdown on the motorways, whack out the download tabs, like, oh, I know which
Here
stage.
Here comes the dog squad.
Yeah, here we go, baby. So this would be great. It'd be great. They got scorched. Like when we did this last year, when we played download, everyone was obviously baking in the sun. But the poor staff, we just gave them bottles of water and stuff. Every time we walked past them, you'd walk out and they'd be cherry red in the face.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, it's too hot to be stood still, just cooking in the sun. But I felt for them. Last year. They were really, really hot.
Rich, did you get burned last year in the sun?
Sorry, what?
Did you get burned last year in the sun?
I thought you said something totally different. I'm sorry.
What did you think I said?
Something about getting bald, and I was like, "What?"
No, I don't think you're bald underneath your hair.
I'm definitely not bald. I definitely didn't get teabagged. So well, I don't know. Did I get?
I've just had visions of you being in the sun all day and looking slightly red.
I mean, I've been slightly pink.
Slightly pink.
But yeah, I don't think I was.
Across your buns.
A healthy pink glow.
Yes.
Yeah, probably across here and here. But yeah, no, not too bad, because I look after myself and apply sunscreen.
This is evidence.
You use protection.
Timeless, Rich. Timeless.
Anyway, so now, more Bloodstock acts have been announced. Now, this is quite exciting because there's quite a few names on here which we like. So, who has caught your attention on this new lineup?
Raised by Owls.
Raised by Owls.
Everybody loves Raised by Owls.
Yes, they do.
Now, Flocking Molly, Green Lung.
Do you know what I'm really looking forward to at Bloodstock this year? It's going from Flogging Molly and watching fucking Carcass straight afterwards. I'm fucking well up for that.
That's a juxtaposition. They like to keep people on toes this year with the old lineups, don't they? Like you don't know where the fuck you are. Yeah, this is a very surreal lineup. I love it. Yeah, what an experience.
Have you been to Bloodstock, Aaron?
I've never been. It's one of these festivals I've always wanted to go, but I've always been like a download boy. But I should definitely make it my thing to try and get there. I'd love to play there. That'd be awesome. Because I always think sometimes, the best way to see a festival is been playing it, and you get to experience all the woes and all the glories of that. Like seeing the bands, getting involved, getting experience. Like you get the taste and the flavour properly then. But I would definitely go. I would definitely go with that lineup as well. In particular, I would be more than happy to have all of that in my face. I'd be up the front for all of this, please, if I could. I must check out the tickets.
Who's catching your eye there, Rich?
I mean, for me, I can't get past the Sunday morning first thing on main stage, Raised by Owls, which is just going to be fucking. It's going to rip your face off. Also, Greenlung, love a bit of Greenlung. Whitechapel, Malevolence, Amon Amarth, of course. One of my favourite bands.
Great.
And the thing with Bloodstock is, right, you can look at the lineup and go, I know of them, but I don't know much about them. But you're still gonna have a damn good time, and you'll Bloodstock's so great for finding your new favourite band as well. To be fair,
yeah, I'd agree with that. And there's no matter what the lineup is, I think I've said this before. The atmosphere is just so different to download. It's more relaxed somehow.
Way more relaxed.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than standing at the Jaeger bar just watching the main stage. Like, propping up that bar, watching whatever's on main stage, just having a fucking good time.
25 bloody Jaeger mules later, and you're still propping it up.
You're there singing along to fucking Holy Diver by Killswitch, just about.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah, that Jaeger bar, I mean, you practically set up camp there, didn't you? You were practically there the whole time.
The fact, like, me and Rich are regulars at a bar that's there once a year. Like, they know us.
They know us.
They gave us T-shirts.
Yes.
Like, it's ridiculous.
It goes. I don't know whether it's good or a bad thing. No, you're right. It's a bar that's there once a year, and year on year, the same girls running it know us and remember us, and we have the same banter with them, and spend hours propping at the bar talking to them. So
it sounds wholesome.
It is wholesome. You'd love it, Aaron. Come and join us this year.
I actually think I will definitely be looking at this now. I think from the lineup, yeah, it's very attractive. But the atmosphere you're describing, I think, is very inviting, because I love that. I love when the community comes together to share in all this. And it does have that vibe. As like you just said, the relaxed environment, quite chill, quite social. Everyone's all love. Everyone's having a drink, dead chill, watching the shows. That sounds like a bit of me. I feel like, yeah. So I will definitely look at this. What are the dates this year? What are the dates? Show us that poster. What's occurring?
It's in August, isn't it? It's the
14th, 15th that weekend.
Oh, beautiful. I will definitely be checking my calendar for this one. Yeah.
Well, we'll be there because we are invited as press.
Woo!
Yeah. So
if I wear a Festpod T-shirt,
then you're in. You see, then you're in.
I mean, I was technically on the podcast, so if they have any questions, I'll direct them to you, Neil. The boss said I could carry the camera, so yeah. Turns out I'm here at Bloodstock.
Yeah, they're quite laid back. I'm sure it'd be fine. So next up, Leeds and Reading Festival have announced more acts. So let's take a look at their lineup. Now we cover Leeds and Reading, even though it's not necessarily our favourite festival. We've all got opinions about Leeds and Reading, but the lineup is certainly of interest because there are always acts on there that we think, why are they over there and not with us? Because it's we get a little bit jealous of some of the acts. I mean, we've already talked about some of these, but The Prodigy, for example, who I still haven't managed to see them, and I would love to see them.
Whoa.
Okay, so you've got Blink 182. Looking for any twitches there from Shorty E.
Good time.
Yeah.
Good time.
Fred again, who I don't know who that is. Catfish and the Bottlemen, Jerry Cinnamon, Lana Del Rey, Liam Gallagher. Pendulum, who we like, don't we, Rich?
We like Pendulum.
Yes. Can you see anybody on there who we weren't aware of?
That we weren't aware of. I mean, like, for me, this is quite a good lineup for Reading and Leeds.
Yeah.
You got Blink and Catfish and Spirit Box, Neck Deep, Pendulum, Skrillex.
I love the Wombats.
Wombats.
are great.
Wombats,
Great.
classic.
Great.
Yeah.
You know, there's Amity Affliction in there as well. There's a few things in there I would quite happily watch, but it's
What's
just
that?
you know it's we talk about Download being eclectic when in its lineup this year, but that's what Reading and Leeds is. It's eclectic now. It's kind of like your most popular kind of on trend things, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they booked it well.
Is that loads tucked away in there in the middle on
It
that
is,
middle
yeah.
thing? Yeah, they've snuck away in there, haven't they? That'll be very interesting. Yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be fucking awesome.
What's really interesting this year is they've scrapped. So over the last couple of years, they've had the two main stages that alternates. They've had East and West main stages with your 6 headliners. This year, you've still got your 6 headliners, but the headliners are playing the same stage after each other. So you've got like Jerry Cinnamon into Blink 182. But they've announced the Chevron stage, which is that stage that you've got a Prodigy and Skrillex on. And there's a trailer on their website, and it's this new fucking open-air arena with fucking immersive lights. It looks like the ceiling's just going to be one massive light screen.
Sick.
Like, it looks like something out of Coachella. Like, it looks ridiculous. Like the AI mock-up they've done on it. And if it is that, the Prodigy in there will be fucking phenomenal. But it does look like the Prodigy going to clash with Blink 182, sadly. But yeah, that trailer they've released for the Chevron stage looks fucking ridiculous. Like, if they pull it off,
Yeah,
it'll be impressive.
Looking at, I've just been watching that generator trailer, and it's absolutely. If that is as it is, it's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, it's something unheard of at festivals in the UK. Brand new for 2024.
So the Chevron is a stage.
Yeah, it's brand new for this year. It's basically going to be like a dance. It's the dance stages where Prodigy are playing, Skrillex is playing, all that stage there.
Do you know what?
It's going to have
as a 41-year-old man, I reckon if I went to Reading and Leeds, I'd stick out like a sore thumb. But I don't stick out at Download. But at Reading and Leeds, I quite like the idea of going. But I know it's not really aimed at me. That's the thing. But I really like the lineup.
Yeah, the lineup's sick. It'd just be imagine us 4 boys there stood at the bar. Do you know what I mean? Next to 50 Liam Gallaghers, and it would just be a very odd, an odd looking mix. But you know, that light screen looks fucking sick. That whole ceiling is a light show. That's wow. That's wow.
And having a silent disco in there as well. We're out there even.
That'll be fun. That'll be great. Yeah, I don't care if you're a Liam Gallagher. You'll live your best life at that place.
Yeah.
They're pulling out all the stops. Is that a thing now? Are we at holographic ceilings? Is that where we're now at?
Must be.
Well,
We've got AI Kanye and holographic ceilings.
fuck! What a world! What a time to be alive, boys! This is great.
It's amazing.
Love it.
I mean, it looks. I have to say, being in the business of looking at festivals all the time, I've never seen Reading and Leeds look so appealing.
Yeah, it's attractive.
Not for a while anyway, yeah.
Yeah, the lineup's cool.
years.
That would get me there. I think the lineup alone would. But yeah, I'd be tempted.
I mean, I'm not going, but you know, it's you know, just because you see footage of it and they're all like 18. You know, I'm just going to be a bit.
If it's still like how it used to be when I used to go most years, Reading Festival, what you see on the TV is very different to fucking Leeds Festival. Is a completely different crowd usually. Like, it's still the same youngsters, the same everything, but they just seem like two polar opposites. Reading's a lot of Unilever's first festivals. Leeds, it's their second festival, and they're still setting fire to tents, but it's a bit better.
Yeah.
Like, it was always a bit better at Leeds.
It's like a rock festival with the stabilizers on, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like, do you know what I mean? No, someone's holding the back of your bike seat, just keeping you upright, and then you can branch out to the more fucking chaotic festivals that we go to. Yeah, I'd take the stabilizers off.
I want the chaos in the crowd. I don't want the chaos in the campsite.
Yeah, that'd be party town. That'd be so much party town. It's dangerous. It's just anarchy there, isn't it? I can imagine. Fucking students everywhere, fucking blooded, tents on fire. It's like a fucking war zone. Holy shit!
They should be warm.
That's the quiet camp. That's the fucking spot. That's the sleepers camp right there. That's the family one.
Yeah, that's eco camp.
Yeah. Fucking parents handed out lighters to the kids. Go on now, go and play.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Jesus.
Lastly, I want to talk about the new album from Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes. Which I listened to fairly recently, and I think it's unusual for them. I think one or two of us has listened to it.
I haven't heard this yet.
What do you think, Eamon?
Oh, sorry, I just woke up.
What? We're talking about Frank again, are we? Right, I mean, right, here's the thing. It's a very well-written album. The songs are good songs. It's quite a well-structured album, but fuck me, it's boring. Like, it's really boring. Like, it's most of the tracks are a slow ballad. The singles we've had is about as upbeat as you get. And, yeah, I've listened to it a few times now, and my opinion's not changed. A couple of songs in a set each time is okay, but Jesus Christ, it's slow. It's dull. But
I'm
hard.
100% with you on that as well, as a massive Rattlesnakes fan. It's a very, very good album, but it's not Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes. It's too far removed from what they are. And I get evolution in acts and artists and their songwriting, but this is a big, big, big curveball. Good album, but it's not their best work for what I know and love them for.
When you see them on stage, you expect them to come on absolutely buzzing, lots of energy, lots of punk energy, and absolutely setting fire to the stage. I can't see them doing that whilst performing tracks from this album.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame because they are literally like raw energy incarnated, aren't they? That's what I think of when I think of Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes. I just think of just pure, utter fucking chaos, like sweaty chaos. Like that Frank Carter's a fucking mental person on stage. Like he warps into this demon and he's in the crowd. He's fucking everywhere. He's climbing on shit. It's a fucking it's a real dangerous place to be. So like it's exciting. It's exciting for the crowd. It's exciting for for them. They must get buzz off that. Like that's cool. That's a really cool. Like they must really buzz off that. Like I don't imagine. I've never really perceived them to be anything other than that. So I haven't listened to the album, but if it's varied from that, then I can see how it will be definitely a shock to people who are a big fan of like what they've done so far and stuff like that, and transferring that into a live environment, like you say, everyone's buzzing their tits off, ready for war. You know what I mean? And then they're in they're up the front, ready for the fucking action, and next minute it's like the slow ballads or something like that, and it's just gonna oh, this is nice, but. Yeah, I kind of wanted someone to get hurt today. Like this was,
it's like,
there's 4 ambulances outside waiting and fucking nothing to do.
The hospitals are on standby. It feels like Frank and the Rattlesnakes grown up. It feels like an album they would have made, 10, 20 years from now.
Frank Carter and the Cuddly Snakes, as opposed to
So I mean, I'm going to say I'm disappointed, to be honest. But I mean, it's you can't expect. See, these are our own expectations. I mean, I'm in a similar thought to the latest Royal Blood album because it's not the raw energy that I'm expecting from them. It's a slower, more thoughtful piano album, which It's not what I'm used to from Royal Blood, and although I've seen them fairly recently, and they don't really perform that sort of stuff, it's still I'm just disappointed in that album.
See, that's the worry for me with the Rattlesnakes, is seeing this little run of gigs they're doing at the moment, seeing the set lists from them. They've dropped some really, really good high energy tracks off it, and they've not put too many off the new album into the set, but they've put some of their other more slow stuff off their other albums into it, and I just wonder whether we are seeing that kind of that change in direction from the band now. And
well,
maybe it's just a quiet sit down. Maybe it's just like Neil said before. this is their like little sit down shit. You know, this is the minute where they take a breather. They have a little sit down gig because, you know what I mean, getting on now. I just want to have a minute, have a sit down, catch the breath, and then they come at you even harder for the next one. Do you know what I mean? It's like maybe it's treating themselves a little sit down week. Do you know what I mean? They're just having a little minute, just treating themselves. Have a minute, have a breather. Everyone just calm the fuck. All right, everyone calm the fuck down. All right, put that fucking chair down. You over there, you want to fucking sober up. All right, listen to this. This is quality art. This is artwork. This. Listen to the art. You know what I mean? Straighten up your fucking jeans. Put your pants back on. For fuck's sake, come on, get some class. So they might just get everyone back to a quiet, calm state. You know, lull you all into a false sense of security, and then they come out fucking swinging. And maybe the next album is carnage and chaos. Frank Carter's just catching a breath, I think.
Well,
they definitely haven't written the heaviest shit yet, or like the wildest stuff. That's not happened yet.
The album is Dark Rainbow, so have a stream and form your own opinion and let us know what you think. But next, we will get our gig review right after this.
Hi, we're Silver Ants, and you're listening to Festpod. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Festpod. So, we have a couple of gigs that we've been to, and the first one, I believe, was at... It wasn't at the TIV, was it?
It was at the TIV.
Was it?
Down the TIV.
Okay, yeah, so me and Shorty E, we went to see Buckcherry at the TIV in Buckley. They were supported by The Treatment and Rubikon. And it was ruddy bloody good.
Was it?
It was rather good.
Yeah, that's a rock gig. That's a rock gig right there. That is a proper rock gig.
Rubikon were fucking incredible. I got lost talking to their lead singer during Buckcherry's set for about 25 minutes at one point.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he missed the 25-minute version of Crazy Bitch.
Wow.
It was a great gig though, wasn't it? Like, I'd never been to the TIV before, but the venue is fucking incredible for gigs.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it used to be at Rich, but it was a fucking incredible venue. The sound in there is great as well. Yeah, it was really good. And the treatment were great as well. They're like a modern era fucking Bon Scott AC/DC.
Oh, really? But I bet you were in your element then, weren't you?
I fucking was. You're damn right.
Have you seen these before, though?
Buckcherry? I'd never seen Buckcherry before.
I've seen them a couple of times, but only at, like, I know it's their own gig. I've seen them at festivals plenty of time. Like, they were down at regular at one point, but they were great. Obviously, Josh had some issues during this tour with his vocals. They'd cancelled a whole bunch of shows, ended up cancelling the rest of the tour at one point, but I think it did take him a couple of songs just to get warmed up because he'd had a night off, but when he got going, he was really fucking on top form. It was a great gig, and the crowd were loving it. But yeah, the TIV, fucking great little venue.
It's a decent
was it
sized
full?
venue.
That looks fun.
Yeah, it's a great venue, mate. Honestly, and they're doing great things at the TIV. They just upgraded their front of house and back line last year. They spent a lot of money putting a new system in.
Yeah,
so
you
yeah,
can tell the sound's impeccable. It's one of the best sounds I've heard at a gig.
What's the cap?
Wow.
What's the cap at the TIV? What's the cap there, do you reckon?
Apparently it's 1,000.
Really?
It doesn't look it, does it?
Cozy if there's 1,000.
That would be seriously dangerous. 1,000 people in there, that was, yeah. But that'd be fun.
I don't think it is.
Yeah. It'd be fun. I'd like to see 1,000 people in that. That just for fucking chaos purposes only. You know? I would love to see that. I'd love to see the 25-minute version of Crazy Bitch in there. That would be fun. You fuck so good, I'm on top of it. Yeah, it's so good. I used to listen to that. It was a great tune.
Cool.
Yeah, that was good.
And Eamon, you also went to see As Everything Unfolds.
Woo. Bloody did, fucking fantastic band. So, As Everything Unfolds, I've seen a million times. They support everyone, including Skindred at Wembley this coming year, but
wow,
I've never seen them at their own show, or at least not for a very long fucking time, and they're a band that's just ready to explode, I think. A lot of these dates have sold out. They've got the lighting rig with themselves now, they've got the sound, their sound's just impeccable. And at the Rescue Rooms as well. If you've never been to the Rescue Rooms in Nottingham, speaking of great venues, the stage in there is so raised. You could stand at the back by the bar and you could see everything. The sound's great in there as well. And yeah, they were just on top form. And Charlie's vocals, she's one of the best female vocalists like I've seen, because her range is just unnecessary. Like, she's got a beautiful singing voice, beautiful fucking growl, if you can call a growl beautiful. And it's just... yeah, it was a really, really fucking good night, and South Arcade, the supporting actors were really good. I missed the first one because I was a bit late, but yeah, As Everything Unfolds, I think after their Skindred show at Wembley, I think it'll be the last time you see them in these smaller venues. I think they're just ready to explode. It's really great.
Yeah, they seem like they're at that stage, don't they?
Yeah. It's just really nice to see a band, like, I've enjoyed them for a long time, but when you go see them supporting Ed Shikari, no one's singing back their lyrics. Like, I'm stood there, like, singing along to myself, but no one else is. So to have a crowd full of people singing back, like, their lyrics is just incredible. And you can tell they loved every second of it.
Wow.
Oh, really good.
I got to listen to some of their album before it came out, because they work with the same producer. They work with Oz. And yeah, they were creating some big tunes. I knew this was going to be a good year for them. Like, I could foresee this in my crystal ball. Like, we just knew it was going to be a good time for them. and they're fucking awesome. Like, I really enjoy watching what they're doing. So it's good. It's amazing to see. I'm very excited for them and where they end up, because, you know, they could end up being selling out their own fucking arena tours in, you know, years to come. So who knows where that can go. That's exciting.
Wicked. All right. Well, next, let's find out what gigs that you can go to in our guide. So, what gigs or festivals are coming up in the next month or two? Let's have a look. Let's go to Eamon first of all. What have you got there?
I've got Knocked Loose, motherfucker.
Whoa.
Yeah, you heard. So they're fleecing us around the UK, and it's going to be a fucking brutal tour. It starts off in Europe, but they're coming over to us March 4th in Birmingham. So yeah, they're starting March 4th in Birmingham. They're hitting the O2 Institute Birmingham. Then they're going across to Glasgow, Manchester, Bristol, Leeds, London, before they head off to Vegas.
Wow.
Big time, boys.
Okay, so I'm going to recommend Skindred, who they've booked Wembley. They're going to be at Wembley in March on the 15th. Tickets going for £40-ish, plus booking fee, I should imagine. But they are on tour at the moment. So they've got Manchester Academy, which has limited availability. It looks like they're doing quite well on ticket sales there. Then you've got the Wembley Arena on the 15th, March 16th. They've got the O2 Academy. That's going to be quite a gig. And then they are in Bristol on June the 22nd. So it's quite a limited tour. And if you want to go and see them, what better place to go and see them than Wembley? Richard.
Hello there. For me this episode, I'm going for Green Lung. I'm going to jump forward a little bit in time. They're playing a few dates in May, starting off in Liverpool on the 15th, Belfast on the 16th, Leeds on the 19th. Now, those 3 gigs are all 20 quid each. Absolute bargain for a great band. They're then playing Beta Theory at the end of May at Carton Hall, and then return to Carton Hall in August for Bloodstock, of course.
Green Lung up your bum.
Okay, so if there's a gig, a festival, or a piece of music that you'd like to recommend to us, let us know on the socials or in the comments below. Just search for Festpod. Oops, excuse you.
No, it's true. She sounds like a fucking warthog. she honks sometimes. Like she has like a warthog effect. I don't know. It must be like a little nose or something. But she's like,
well, it was cute.
Yeah, it is cute. It's endearing when it's not on a podcast.
Yes, that's fine. Next up, we're going to get our Festpod Favourites. Woo! So this is where we recommend something we've seen that we like. So let's go to Rich up in North Wales, first of all. What have you got for us?
So for me, it's going to have to be the new track from Raised by Owls. I'm sorry I wore a Dying Fetus t-shirt to your baby's gender reveal party. Great track, great video. Check it out on YouTube.
It's so emotional.
Are you a big fan of Raised by Owls, are you?
I am, yes.
Have you been to see them many times?
I've seen them a couple of times, and I don't know if you remember, but I did chase Sam through the press area at Bloodstock last year.
I don't recall that.
No,
but then I was very busy.
Probably for the best. We were all busy, Neil. But you know, when you see one of your heroes, you have to make a beeline for them, don't you?
I think he lives near me, just off the A50.
Oh, really? It's the place to be. Right, okay, fine. Cool, let's check that out when we get a moment. All right, so my Festpod favourite for episode 53 is a programme on Netflix, which is called This Is Pop. It's quite a new series, actually. I don't know how long it's been on there for, but it's not just about pop. It talks about festivals, which is why I wanted to recommend it to you. There's an entire episode that talks about festivals, which is episode number 6. See, you're not just talking about the sort of 90s.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if that's your thing, great, because that's in there. But you've got Shania Twain in there. You've got Brandy Carlisle.
Oh
Chuck
yeah,
D.
baby, let's go, Shania.
He's off again.
Let's go, boys.
Lots of different acts, but
that hip thrust.
If you have a look at episode 6, there is the history of festivals and how they came to be and how it's so difficult to make a profit. And all the festivals in America being different to British ones. It's very, very interesting. If you're into your festivals, which if you're listening to us, I guess you are, have a look at that because it's well worth it on Netflix. It's called This Is Pop. Great series, great bunch of lads. Next up, it's Eamon with his Festpod favourite.
Hello, Neil. So it's a website called seatfillers.co.uk.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if you've heard of it before, but it's mainly in the theatre world, but it's slowly coming into the musical and gig world. And basically it's a website where if a theatre show is selling badly, or a comedy show, or a gig is selling badly, they will just give tickets to this website. You pay a little booking fee of a couple of quid and you get to go for free, basically.
No way.
Yeah, you have to sign up. You tell them why you want to be a part of this it's like a panel, I guess. And there's a little vague agreement that you won't post on social media that you've got your tickets through Seat Filler.
Oh.
How they'd find out, I don't fucking know. Because I've seen plenty of people do it. But yeah, loads of things have come up there recently. I've not used it properly. I've not used this site in particular, but I have used one in the past, decades ago. And, but yeah, I know like Elvana was on there recently.
Oh, right.
And a few other bands have appeared on there. So yeah, it's slowly going into the music and gig world with giving away tickets to just make the shows look busier.
Oh, so hence seat fillers.
Yeah. Apparently theatres call it papering.
Oh, I mean, it must. If it is like a theatre show, or I guess if you're a musician and there's basically nobody there, then it's a bit sort of disheartening, isn't it? But if you can get people in, free tickets to amazing shows across the UK with theatre's best kept secret.
Yeah.
Well, now it's not a secret anymore.
It's not at all. It's on Festpod. All 4 of you will know.
Wow.
Seat filler, baby. That sounds fun.
It sounds all right, doesn't it? You've got I like your website recommendations. You've got some good ones, like with your Twickets, the other episode, which actually was so popular because of our recommendation that we couldn't get on it.
Obviously.
Cool. All right. So that is more or less it. It is time to plug whatever else you do as a host. So get your plug out and let's have a look at it.
It's unacceptable, this, boys. Unacceptable.
So let's go to Aaron first of all. What are you plugging?
Woo! I have already fucking alluded to the fact that we may or may not be doing our own headline tour in May. So yeah, get your shit together. Let's go together. We're gonna sort all that out. We may or may not have an album for pre-order. We may or may not have something for you to listen to that will not be something to put you to sleep. It will certainly keep you awake.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm not in the sit-down phase of my music writing career.
No,
yet.
not just yet.
I'm not having my sit-down. My sit-down weight is not there yet.
Not yet.
I'm still very much stood up straight. Pissing in straight lines. So yeah, we need to get on that. So have a listen to Motor Life. The tracks that we're putting out so far are pretty cool, and then just pre-order if you can, because them CDs are going to go. We're just making some CDs. We're thinking about vinyl, but it's just so expensive to get them done because there's 3 places that small bands can get vinyl. Well, that anyone can get vinyl printed in the whole of Europe, which I find so weird. If I had all the money in the world, I'd just set up a vinyl making business and I would be infinitely rich.
So is that
Scrooge McDuck rich?
Crushedbywaves.com?
It certainly is. Crushedbywaves.com for all the new merch and the new album, and you can pre-order and pre-save everything. I think you can pre-save the album on Spotify as well and do all that wonderful things. So yes, please do that.
Cool. Let's go to North Wales and wake up Rich Holmes.
Woo!
Hello. I was just thinking about how I've already pre-ordered merch and album.
I have as well, yeah.
Boys are. Yeah, you boys are legends. Yeah, sick. Thank you very much. Cheers for that.
Well,
you supporting the band in this way means that we don't have to tour in a Ford Focus.
Yeah,
and means that it means I get to keep my spine. Otherwise, I'll be sit down wheeze because I have a curved spine.
No scoliosis for you.
No scoliosis for me, baby. Keep my spine straight.
Nothing wrong with a sit down where when you fancy a treat.
Is anyone else thinking about doing merch that just says up the front? Does anyone
up the front?
The whole podcast, I've literally just been thinking that'd look great on a t-shirt.
Yeah, you've got a point.
It would.
Anyway, Rich, what are you plugging?
Other than my ass, I'll be plugging Richard Holmes Photography, as always. Find me out on all the socials, and just give us a like, a follow, share. All these things help.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pictures on your Insta. So next, Shorty E, what you plugging?
So, as usual, just my usual Twitch streaming, twitch.tv/ShortyETV. Come and watch me play loads of games. Neil came to watch me do a lot of fisting the other day.
Yes, enjoyed it.
He very much enjoyed his fisting, so if you want to know what that's about, twitch.tv/ShortyETV.
You like wrestling, don't you?
Let's go.
I do. And fisting. So if you've enjoyed the
It'll change your life.
It will. Yeah. Anyway. So if you've enjoyed the show, please interact with the video or the podcast wherever you have found us, because it does give that little leg up in discoverability. We are on the socials and YouTube. Just search for Festpod. And if you'd like to support Festpod, there are 3 ways you can do it. 1, you can get yourself a bit of sexy merch from our Etsy store. There's loads to choose from. Mugs, t-shirts, hoodies. Just go to festpod.co.uk and click on merch. You can buy us a coffee. I don't know if you literally buy us a coffee, but if you go to festpod.co.uk, you can tip us by clicking on the thing that is spelled KOFI. It's like spelling coffee wrongly. You'll see it there. If you want to give us a little tip, just to say well done, thanks a lot, you can do that, festpod.co.uk. Or you can join our brand spanking new VIP club, which is basically, it's a version of a VIP experience at a club or a gig. It's basically like our Patreon scheme. So go to patreon.com/festpod to sign up for £5 a month, and you'll get a free Festpod woven patch, just like this one. After your second month of membership, you can watch us record the show online. You can get the next episode 24 hours earlier than non-members. You can get regular Festpod outtakes, which you know there are some. You can get extended VIP-only bits. You'll get 10% discount on Festpod merch. All of that for £5 a month, and that's at patreon.com/festpod, or otherwise just go to our website, festpod.co.uk. You'll find all our links there. So I hope you've enjoyed it this time around. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for listening. That's it. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. A Wilco Productions podcast.